Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Saint Artist. We're gonna do a bronzy pink face tutorial today, so warning.
This one's gonna be longer than usual. I'm doing face and eyes. So sit back, relax. We're gonna be here a little longer.
So I'm gonna be using all of my cream makeup. This is Seint Makeup. It's customized, it magnetizes in. It's the easiest makeup you'll use and everything is all in one place. I've got my eyeshadows here. I've got some lip gloss over here. This is the current shade of the month. This is Sunshine State for June. It's so good and it's only available this month while supplies last. All right, so let's get started on the makeup. I'm gonna be using my two favorite brushes, the blush and bronzer brush. I like this little fluffy end, especially with the bronzer, and then the detail brush. This is great for your under eyes. This is great for contouring because it's nice and squared off. So first things first, detail brush, big end. I'm gonna tap in between two colors. This is a little different, but I'm mimicking the look when I used Audrey as a brightener, and it was a very warm look, but that pink just made it something extra special, and it's something I haven't done in a while because it's been winter. Okay, so first I'm gonna dip into Indigo Contour and Bella Bronzer, both of them, okay? We're tapping in both. Never wipe into your cream makeup. And I'm just going to tap over here on this side, I'm gonna tap over here, and then I'm going to use little circles just to bridge it together. And this is just gonna create a warm contour because we're wanting that warm, summery glow. And this is all gonna be one magical layer of makeup. And now I am 41, and so I don't like heavy makeup like I used to, and it's why I was always looking for the next best thing. And then I found Seint Makeup because it's all creams, they're all formulated the same, they're very easy to work with. So I'm just contouring my nose here by putting it on either side. Very easy. I'm gonna square it off right here, just like that. So with Seint Makeup, this is not going to settle into my fine lines and wrinkles. It's not going to accentuate the areas of my face that are maturing because I'm getting, you know, I'm getting a little older, and that's okay. I'm not opposed to it, but I mean, I certainly don't want to accentuate it. I mean, come on. We're young forever. I mean, we always live in that mentality of it'll never happen to me. Don't worry, my nose will get fixed. All right, tapping into Indigo and Bella Bronzer, and I'm gonna do my cheekbone here. I'm gonna hold it in the middle of the brush. You don't want a lot of pressure, and that's what's key with maturing skin and applying a heavy cream makeup because it's 80% pigmentation. So we don't need a lot, you just need a little because they're so pigmented. That looks really scary. This is all gonna work out. I'm gonna take what's left on my brush and I'm gonna follow that along my jawline, going behind the chin where it comes in, and then up the jawline, and then I'm gonna just buff it in front of my earlobes. And this is just gonna structure out the back of my jaw because as we get older and as we mature, things start falling, things start breaking down. Our cheeks don't have those apples anymore. You can see the structure of where that cheekbone ends. Right here, I get those shadows. I saw them at the gym this morning. But I'm just gonna take this, and this is gonna help structure that cheek that's no longer quite as bubbly as it used to be. Bubbly is probably a bad word, but I'm gonna still use it. But I'm just able to structure my cheek, and hold on, there we go. I'm able to structure my cheek, and it's gonna have that nice round cheek that I like, and I'm able to structure my jaw, hide the jowls that happen as we get older. There's a few things that happen to our face, and contouring can fix it all. All right, the next thing I'm gonna go into is my brightening highlight. I'm gonna go into here, this is Versailles. I'm using the small end of the detail brush. This end is great for contouring. This end is great for brightening. And I'm gonna tap in, because again, we don't wipe. We don't want our bristles to stick together. I'm gonna come right here. This is where light naturally reflects on our face, right here down the middle. I'm going to accentuate my Cupid's bow. I'm going to go right here. Now again, everything on my face so far is still foundational coverage without being a foundation color. I haven't gotten that far yet. And so I'm just able to reflect light, give brightness, give dimension, and I'm not going to mature my skin with adding layers of makeup. Under eyes, these are important. We don't want to mature them any more than they're going to, okay? I have the crow's feet coming in. I have bags under my eyes. We can't get rid of them, but we can camouflage them. So here's the important part for me. I look down and you can see my trough right here. I don't want to focus my brightening to my trough because all it will do is accentuate it. What I want to do is I want to start under the trough, and I want to bring this up and bring this over. We can still have fun, beautiful makeup while we mature, and we could still look beautiful while we mature. We don't have to just like cave to the gods of I'm getting old, because we're not. We're as old as we feel, and we could play with makeup as long as we want. But do you see how just adding this brightness right here will camouflage that, and this focuses and isolates that area. So we're going to take that brightening, we're going to bring it down lower than the trough, and we're going to live on that orbital bone. We all know what that is. Okay, don't worry, this is all going to work out. And now I'm going to take my blush and bronzer brush. I love, love, love this brush, and we're going to go into our highlight colors. I feel like I have some blush, so I'm just going to rub it on my hand. I'm going to go in. Okay, everybody has their own color. I'm currently between colors, so I'm mixing June and I'm mixing Candlelit together. Customized colors are a thing. This whole palette is customized to what I want from my makeup. And if you want to find out what's customized to your face and to your makeup, message me and we will get you a custom palette customized to you. So when you open your palette, it's not going to look like this. And I'm just going to bring this main highlight right here in between those two contours. I have contour here and I have contour here. And I'm just evening out my skin tone, covering up old acne scarring, and then I'm bringing it down to that brightness I put here and here. And I'm just going to bring it together. And this is going to keep brightness, it's going to keep dimension, and it's going to give me coverage. I have a little hormonal visitor here, and then I'm coming up here to cover old acne scarring that I have on my cheeks. I used to get horrible breakouts that were cystic. Not fun. And then I'm going to come up into this brightening, and I'm just tapping this in, and I'm bridging them together, marrying everything together. Okay, I'm going to pinch it, and I'm just going to come up right up into that area. All right, pushing onto that contour. We're under blending the contour. This is key when you're playing with contour, is you still want to see it. You still want to see it. Okay, that brightening right here, I'm going to stamp onto it. I'm going to stipple up towards that contour that I put on my forehead. Just like that, I'm going to come down my nose. I'm going to switch back to my contour here, and I'm going to stipple this down, and I'm going to bridge it into that highlight color. Just by stippling. Now I have a high point on my nose. It's right here. It comes down, and then I bulb out. That's my nose. And if I wipe, which you can blend like this, I cannot because I have that high point, and then it'll take the makeup off of that one spot. I'm just going to take this, just wipe, wipe, wipe. There we go. All right, I'm going to take this fluffy end, and this is where some of the magic happens. When you have mature skin, less is more. You want very little product under your eyes. If you have smile lines that are coming in, you want very little product to those areas too. If you have high crease areas, you want light coverage. Take that fluffy brush, and we're just going to stipple this over everything. And this is going to pick up excess product. This is going to push things into your skin, so this makeup is living with your skin instead of on your skin. Okay, my neck is lighter than my face, so I'm going to go in to Bella Bronzer right here. I'm going to go into my fluffy end of my brush. I'm going to stamp into it, and I'm going to come right up here, and I am going to bring that warmth to my neck to bridge it to my face. I like putting a little bit of bronzer on the lower part of my face to bring some warmth, but not much. Plus, I'm already bridging, so I'm just bringing it up. Just like that. Pretty easy. It doesn't look crazy. It doesn't look bad. This looks good. All right, I'm going to take the short end. I'm going to tap into some bronzer. I'm going to put a dot up here. I'm going to put a dot right here. Okay? Those two spots. That's where the sun is going to hit and create warmth. Same thing on my cheekbones. I'm going to come right up here. Need a little more. And right up here. These are the places where the sun gives us a natural glow when we've been sitting outside. And I'm just going to circle this real big on this outer temple. You see? It doesn't look bad. Everything looks scary. If you're ever putting this on and you're like, this is garbage, this is trash, it's wrong, I can't do it, trust the process. Tell yourself, stop. Amanda said, trust the process and you'll be fine. All right, taking that fluffy end, I'm just gonna give everything a quick little wipey poo and we're good to go. All right, that bright pink look. This is what kind of changed the game for everybody in that look that I did the other day, and it was pink grapefruit. All right, so we're gonna take that short end of the blush and bronzer, we're gonna go into pink grapefruit, and I'm just gonna put it on my cheeks. And that's kind of what changed the deal for everybody. Everybody was like, oh, I really like the look. It's like, well, it's just pink blush, really. That was the only big difference, was the pink blush. I'm gonna take this fluffy end and I'm just gonna blend it all in. And I'm just gonna have this really pretty pop of pink. I like a good bold cheek, and that's how I like it. I'm just gonna take this little end and I'm just pulling that brightness down. Same over here. Now I feel like I got a little out of hand here, so I'm just going to add a little bit of Candlelit and I'm going to carve it out and I'm gonna clean it up. Pretty easy. This makeup is foolproof. Like you can't mess this up. All right, we're gonna contour our lips because it's pretty. We're gonna use a small end here. I'm gonna go into Indigo. I'm gonna go right here under my lip and I'm gonna create a shadow just like that, and I'm gonna blend it out. It's just gonna make my lips look fuller. I'm gonna do it again up here. I'm gonna go over my Cupid's bow and right here in the middle. And it just creates this little shadow that's gonna give the illusion that my lip has a curl. And you want this shadow to look natural. I'm gonna go into my brightening and I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna be blending this out just like that. Okay, real easy, okay? Really easy. It doesn't look like I just ate a donut at all. I'm gonna go into my multitasker brush right here. I love, love, love this brush. And I am going to line my lips with Bella Bronzer. And I do not outerline, I don't outerline my lips. That's why I contour them. I do hug the edge of my lips, but I'm not outer lining them. I go as close to the edge as possible without my lip color changing texture. And what I mean is our lips have a different texture than our face. And so when we outer line it, you can see exactly where your lips end and your face starts. I'm gonna take the cheek color and it's just so pretty. Look at how pretty that is. And I just mix that in with the Bella Bronzer. Now this is a matte finish, which means there's no shimmer to it, so it can feel drying. And I'll show you how to fix that once I've done my eyes. So to do my eyes, I'm gonna get my blend brush on the small end. This is a great light application brush. It's good for your under eyes, it's good for brightening, but for the sake of my face, I try to stick to 2 brushes, and those are my 2 favorites. All right, I'm going to take my brightening color, just put a little on, and I'm gonna go from lash to brow, just like that. Lash to brow, and this is just going to cancel out veins, discoloration from my eyelash serum that I've been using, and this gives me a nice blank canvas to work with. I'm going to go into Cupcake, that's this eyeshadow right here. It's a nice neutral cream color, and I'm gonna set that brightening, that Versailles color I put on. This is going to absorb moisture. It's going to make for a great blending surface, and again, a blank canvas to start with. So here we are. I'm gonna use my eyeshadow brush, maybe. Yes, it's right here. I have my cleaning tile, which is always with me. I'm gonna go into Drift. It's this champagne shimmer color, and I'm gonna put this on my brow bone and up to my brow. I like having shimmer under my brow. I will always have a light shimmer under my brow, and if you have mature eyelids, Drift is a low fleck, so it's not going to mature them, which is great. All right, the next color I'm gonna go into is Lullaby. It's this nice mauve-y purple. I like it because I have brown eyes and they're a dark brown, and it's just a nice color that complements brown. Purples and browns go like peanut butter and jelly, okay? They do. All right, so I'm just getting that on as a transition color. I'm not making this very bold. I'm just putting this on my upper brow bone, but not all the way up to my brows because I have hooded eyes. So when they rest, everything touches my lash line. And so I'm just adding this on as a really pretty, kind of like a peekaboo color, which is why I call it a transition color. Is I'm gonna be having others on here, and it's just so pretty. Okay. I'm gonna go into Bubba, which is this warm brown, and I'm gonna go under into the crease and into Lullaby. And this is just gonna live with it, and they go together nice. This must be that peanut butter, part of that peanut butter and jelly. But I really like adding warms with cools, and I feel like Lullaby is a cool tone of purple, and so I put Bubba with it because you gotta have a cool with a warm. That's just my opinion, and that's what I like. I'm gonna go back into Lullaby, and I'm gonna put this on the inner, I'm gonna do a little bolder, the outer part of my lid here. Halfway over, and that's it. Going in, making it bolder on the outer lid, quite a bit bolder and so pretty. I'm gonna take Bubba on the small end of my eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna put this down here on my lower lash line. I like shadows on my lower lash line. I just do. Okay, this color right here, this is a pretty color. It is Cranberry, and it has low flex shimmer also. I'm a fan of the lower flex shimmers. I live and breathe by those because I have maturing lids. I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm gonna push on to that Lullaby color, and I'm gonna layer it on top. So I'm taking Cranberry and layering it on top of Lullaby. I'm gonna then go in to Drift. I'm putting that on the same finger. It doesn't need to be a totally clean finger, and I'm going on the inner part of my lid with it. And they're going to kind of just merge together and look so pretty. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush, clean it off, and then I'm just going to go from Drift over the inner corner and over, and they're just gonna marry together really well. All right, the next color I'm going into is an eyeliner. Where are you? Right here. And I'm going to waterline. So I'm gonna get a little mirror here so I can waterline up and over. But I had a lot of questions about this eye look. Then I had a lot of questions just about the overall final look of this eyeshadow and face. And really, it was a combination of this pink grapefruit, which is so pretty. I'm waterlining the top and the bottom. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I'm so used to using liquid liner. I am going to scuff up the inner edge right here and here. I'm not gonna go all the way over. I'm gonna come to this waterline up here, and then I'm gonna flick out, and I'm just gonna push this over onto my lash line. Same thing over here, up and over onto this lash line above the lashes. Kind of messy, but completely imperfect. I'm gonna grab this brush. I'm just gonna clean off my lip color a little bit, and I'm gonna go into the color Cocoa, and I'm just gonna put this on the tip, and I'm gonna wedge that into, tap off excess, into that liner. I'm just gonna pull it out and make it smoky instead of it being super duper harsh. We just build this out as much as we want. And it's so, so pretty. I'm gonna put a little bit of cocoa down here too. But I really like doing this, but I have to hurry before the eyeliner sets. But just wedging that in, smoking it out. And I never pull my eyes out because again, we don't want to mature that area, and the more we pull on it, the worse that will get. Okay, mascara, and then I'm going to show you how to take this matte look that feels quite dry on the lips because they're matte, and we're going to put the shade of the month on it, and it's going to look so pretty. I'm just wiggling at the root. When I put mascara on, I like a good amount of product because as you mature, your lashes thin. I've been using an Estee Lauder lash primer to kind of bring my lashes back to life, and I think it's working. It does take time, but it's a good price point. I love Roden & Fields, but it's not a good price point. Roden & Fields by far is the best I've used. I can't. And so I've been using Estee Lauder, and I've been really liking the results. It's $62, whereas Roden & Fields was over $100. So there's that. I just am really building up. I like to really focus, because my lashes are so sparse, I like to really focus on loading up at the root and pulling up. So it has an illusion of fullness, which is why I waterline the top. And then I just flick the tips to build out and up. And I think that it works pretty good. But adding mascara kind of changes the eyeshadow game. You can love your shadow and you can feel good about it, but put mascara on before you decide if you want to add or take away anything, because mascara just changes your whole face. I don't like to touch up blush, bronzer, anything until my mascara is on. I don't know why. I feel like my makeup looks completely different once my mascara is on. Get that lower lash line. There we go. Right. Okay, so this is where I can look at my face and say, okay, what do I need that needs attention? I have a little visitor here, and I'm going to show you how I cover that. I get hormonal breakouts. And okay, I'm taking my blend brush, my alarm went off, and I'm going to go into June. And I'm going to just tap over this just a little bit, and I'm putting just a bit on there, and I'm going to touch my little breakout here. And then I'm going to go into Vanilla Dust. There's not much left, but there's still plenty in there. And I'm just going to put some powder on here, tap off the excess. And to blend this out, I'm just going to tap over with my Vanilla Dust. And that will take away the color. It's not going to take away the texture that I have from having a zit. You can't take away texture, but I can camouflage the color. Okay, so I'm going to take more Vanilla Dust with the fluffy end of my blend brush, and I'm just going to tackle the areas where I get very, very oily. If you like a matte finish, you can go crazy with this stuff. It's very fine, it's very well pressed, and it's not going to texturize your face. So I'm just going to add some powder. We're going to take a look here. I always start on my cheeks, and then I go up to my under eyes if I'm using powder under my eyes. And I'm going to go around my nose. More on the forehead. I get so oily on my forehead, but I do feel like I want more blush. So I'm going to take the blush and bronzer, tapping back into that pink. I'm going to smile just so I could see where I want this pink to be. I like it to be on the apples, but the lower part of my apples. Does that make sense? And then I work it up so it's all uniformed. But I like this bright pink. And summer's coming, and I'm gonna will summer to get to Oregon with blush. Not prayers, blush. Blush will do it. I'm gonna add a little bit of bronzer to it. Bronzer makes everything better, like abs. And that's the look. I've just recreated the look. I got a lot of requests for it. Here it is. Really, the only difference is get yourself pink grapefruit. It makes a huge difference. Oh, okay. Shade of the month, Sunshine State. I have a matte lip on, and I feel like it can texturize my lips. And so I always put a chapstick or a balm, but I'm gonna put Sunshine State on it because it's such a pretty shade of the month. There's a link in the description, and if you just wanna get that, there's a direct link for Sunshine State. There's also links for if you wanna be color matched, but I love topping Sunshine State on every doggone lip color. It's so, got a hair, good. Okay, that's it. That's the look. You guys wanted it recreated. And this is it. It's really pretty. I'm going to list all the colors in the description. There's links if you want to be color matched. There's links if you want this shade of the month. It's so good. Oh, setting spray. Gotta set it. We gotta set it. And I have to push it in. Push that setting spray in. Okay, that's it. I know this was a little longer, but it was a full face. This was a full look recreation. Have a good day.